another video, into another book haul, because I realized that I have a problem. I don't know, maybe I'm a book hoarder now instead of a reader, but I try to justify it by saying that eventually I'll read everything and it won't be a problem. Like, eventually everything up here will be read and I can go into storage and replace everything in here with all of my books in storage that I haven't read. Because like I told you, this is only half of my stuff. All of my stuff is in storage and I keep buying books even though I have nowhere to put anything, which is crazy. So I have a little stack of books down here. As usual, it's always sitting in front of me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I got. It should be quick, but I'm gonna try to tell y'all a little bit about each book. I read the summaries of all of them, surprisingly, so I can give y'all the information so y'all can decide if y'all want to read them instead of just hearing me say, ooh, the cover was pretty. So yeah, let's get into the first book off the top. First book I just recently bought is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. We gonna call her Sager. So this is about a girl, Lenora, I believe, and people think she killed her entire family because her whole family died and she's the only one left, hence the title of the book. And they don't have any evidence, they can't prove it, and she's denying it. And then years go by, she's elderly and she needs taken care of. She gets a new nurse and she tells her nurse she wants to tell her everything, which could either mean she did it or she knows who did it. She just wants to tell somebody something because maybe she's about to pass away. And she can't talk, she only can talk by using the typewriter. So this one seemed interesting. I keep seeing really good reviews about this. Every other person on TikTok is talking about this book. And apparently I'm victim to the promo, because every time I see a book on TikTok, I'm like, ooh, a book. I'm going to go get that. And if I see it at the store, I must buy it because I saw it on TikTok. But yeah, and 'tis the season for these kinds of books because it's still October. So maybe I'll swap something out on my list for this. I don't know. I'm not reading as many of my books from my fall list as I wanted to. It's moving a little slow. But, I mean, I can still read this next month. It still counts. The next book, my hands look crazy. My nails keep falling off. This one fell off in my sleep, and I found it under my pillow like a tooth. And then this one I just peeled off. And then this one fell off while I was at work putting on my stuff to get ready for work. Like, I don't know what kind of cheap acrylic they use in the nail salons these days, but every time I get my nails done, I like need a filling immediately, and the nails are falling off. I can just peel them off. The next book is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. I bought this book simply because I just finished Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin, and I thought it was great. I loved it. I loved her writing. It was easy to get like lost in the book, so I definitely wanted to get another one of her books. And I don't know if this is the only other book, but this is the only other book that I'm aware of. So in this book, Clara is an Everwitch, which means that her magic works in all seasons. And there's an issue with all the other witches who control seasons. Like they only control one season or the other, but she can control all of them. But she doesn't want anything to do with her magic. So it becomes a problem. Every season there's something, and she's the only one that can deal with it, and she gets frustrated. And it sounds really cool. I've never heard of an Everwitch. So the way that Rachel Griffin writes about witches from the first book I read was cool. So, and I have this very strange obsession with witches and witchery and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what that means, but I do. And I just wanted to read another one of her books because that first book like had me hooked. It was really, really good. So I'm assuming that this one's going to be good as well. And then the cover is really pretty. And the cover is definitely giving you fall. So I can still feel good about reading this in November because it'll still be fall. Next book is Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmerer, who I affectionately call Bridge. Hey Bridge, how you doing? If you see my TikTok, like older TikToks of mine, you know that I love Bridget Kemmerer. The first book that I like ever read for a review or for TikTok or for Goodreads or anything was Forging Silver into Stars when it first came out in July or the end of June in 2022, and I loved it so much. And then I saw that the paperback was coming out and it had these pretty purple stained edges, so I definitely had to grab this. This book is set in the same universe as another series of hers, the Cursebreaker series, which I also read, and is like a twist on Beauty and the Beast, which it's 3 books, and it's a great series. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of craziness going on, a lot of just wild stuff happening, family members that you don't know exist. It's crazy. It's good. But this one is about the king's courier. He goes into a village and falls in love with a blacksmith. And the courier has magic, which the blacksmith is like a little wary of. And then his best friend, Kaylin, I believe her name is, her parents died because of magic. And so she's like really not feeling him. And there's like rumors of a rebellion going on with the magic people and non-magic people. And it's just all kinds of stuff ensues. But this, I just wanted to get this just to have this as part of my collection of her books, because as of right now I'm assuming I have all of her fantasy books. I have to double check her works, but I think I have all of her fantasy books, and I'm waiting for the next book to come out. I think it comes out next year, and I'm so excited for that because it's been 2 years already since the first book came out. And also she has another series, Defy the Night. So it's Defy the Night, Defend the Dawn, Destroy the Day. That's a great series as well. It starts off a little slow, but it picks up like in the middle, and then the end is great. That last book was fabulous. So yes, definitely picked up this beautiful paperback book. The next book I got is Shadow Coven by S. Isabel. I literally just finished reading The Witchery on, what was that, Sunday? I think I just finished reading The Witchery on Sunday, so I definitely had to go out and grab Shadow Coven, which is the second book in the series. I don't know if it's a series or a duology, but it's the first book. The Witchery was so great, and I wasn't leaving Shadow Coven like for later. I'm gonna get into this probably next month because, like I said, I already have my list of Halloween spooky creepy books for this month going on, and I'm trying really hard to stick to that. But I'm not going to read the summary for this. I didn't read the summary for this because I know that the way that The Witchery ended, I don't want to know like what exactly is going to be happening. Like I want to go into it blind. So I did not read the summary for this. But I mean, the cover is just as beautiful. I realized that the one I told y'all in the one video, the one I told y'all looked like me, Thalia, however you say her name, she's also a green witch. Which means that her magic is related to like the earth and nature and all of that stuff. And I'm the nature girl, so it just makes sense. Like it's even more me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely her. Like, and she got the, like, come on, this is me, nature girl with glasses and curly hair. Even though my hair is straight now, don't say nothing. But yeah, I mean, The Witchery was great. I'll talk to y'all about it in a couple of weeks. But yeah, got this because I just finished the first book. The next book I got is Tangleroot. This book literally just came out yesterday on the 15th, and I ordered it from Amazon. It's about Noni, and her mom is like this renowned black literature scholar, which that's cool. And they end up having to move from New England to Virginia because her mom gets a new job. And she hates it. Like, she doesn't want to leave her friends. She doesn't want to leave her school or anything like that. And then she ends up like really like intrigued by the family that used to own the home that they move into. And she learns all this. She ends up learning a whole bunch of weird stuff that happened down there. It sounds really cool. The back quote got me. It says, "We'd been on the road for hours when Mom finally took an exit, going from a major interstate into the middle of nowhere. 'We're home,' she said, her voice gentle, as if the word meant something, as if the sight of Tangleroot calmed her or shored her up." Now, I don't know what's going on with Mom. Mom sounded a little suspicious in that little quote there. And then the back is really pretty with the moon up there. And then it's blood, like everywhere. Blood back here on these flowers. Blood up here on her top. And she's beautiful. It reminds me of What Waits in the Forest. Is kind of giving me that vibe with the cover. But yeah, I had to get this book because it just came out and it looks really good. And I'm probably adding this to my list to read for the rest of the year. So I'll let y'all know if I get to it or not. Y'all will see. Y'all, I always tell y'all, I never leave y'all hanging. I always let y'all know what I'm reading or what I read or what's happening. Y'all always know. It's fine. Don't panic. So the next book, I've been eyeing this book for a while. Piece of my hair. I have a lot of gray hair. I don't know if I can tell. And I'm always finding pieces of my gray hair just randomly just out of my head. I just found one on my hand. This is wild. Next book, I've been eyeing this for a while. This is Dragon Fruit by Makia Lucier. Oh gosh, I hope I said that right. And first of all, let's take a moment for the cover. Let's take a moment for that. It's giving Moana vibes. Even got like a little Pua pig down here. So this book is about this girl whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I don't want to mess it up. Let's see, let me try. Hanalei of Tamarin. And she's like heir to the throne. Her father is in charge, but he steals a sea dragon egg, I believe. And they go into exile. And then she meets a dragon who wants to grant her, or is going to grant her a wish. And it's basically like to like get back to where they're supposed to be. And then we also follow a second character named Sam, who is a male, and their society is a matriarchal society, and his mother and grandmother are like in ailing health. I hope I'm getting this summary right. So he wants to take over the throne, but he can't because matriarchal society. And somehow their paths cross. It just sounds really cool, but for the most part, the cover just got me because it's so beautiful. She has all these beautiful tattoos, and I believe this here is the sea dragon egg that her father stole or something. And then got this cute little pig, or this might be a bat. That's definitely giving bat face. So that might be a bat and not a pig. I'll let y'all know whenever I get to this. But yeah, Dragon Fruit has been on my list for a while to buy, so I finally just broke down and bought it. Okay, so I got one of these Disney What If books. I have right here 1, 2, 3 of them, and then down here I have another 2. I think this is all of them. I don't think I put any of them in storage, but I have all of these like Disney Twisted Tale books, and I haven't read any of them. And the reason why is because I wanted to do like a series on them, like read each one, compare it to the original story, see which one makes more sense, which one is better. This one just came out also yesterday, I think, maybe, or last week or something like that. And this one is called Sally's Lament. It's by Mari Mancusi, and they always like give you the what if on the cover. So this one is what if Sally discovered Christmas Town, which is crazy to think about because we know Sally as a character, and like I don't know if she would have the same reaction as Jack did to discovering Christmas Town, because yes, she was trying to get away from her captor, but Jack was going through a whole other thing. Like he wanted something new, he wanted something different. She just wanted to escape from her creator, and she was just she was in love with Jack. Like she wasn't necessarily looking for something bigger, something different, because she was bored, you know. Can y'all tell how much I love this movie? So it's just going to be interesting to see what happens if Jack plays a part in this. What is his role in this? Does he become the Sally, like, hey, you don't need to do this. Like I don't know if Jack is going to be the one having like premonitions. Like she had a premonition with the tree catching on fire, and she's like, hey, this is going to go bad. Something's going to go wrong. Jack, don't do this. I don't think Jack's going to have that going on. But I really, 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 really need to get into these Twisted Tale books, because it's interesting to, like, it's basically like the Marvel What If series, but in book form and with Disney characters. So yeah, eventually I will get to all of these and do some kind of like Twisted Tale series. We'll see. Okay, next book is Air by Saba Tahir. I have not read any of Saba Tahir's books, but I do know that this book is set in the same world as her other series, which is what, Ember and Ashes, I think. Let me see. Yeah, in Ember and Ashes, which I have not read, but I have 2 of the 3 books. Not here, they're in storage. But I'm going to be completely real with y'all. The main reason I bought this book, or I was waiting for this book to come out, is because I saw that Tomi Adeyemi had an ARC copy of it on her story, and she was talking about that. She said that she loved it. So I was like, well, if she loved it, that's reason enough for me to get it. If it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me. But as far as I know, this book is about an orphan, an outcast, and a prince, and their stories like intertwine. The prince does not want to take the throne. The tracker, the outcast, she's a tracker who's in exile. And uses magic to like find the people she's trying to track. And then the outcast orphan makes like does something that ends up in prison, and then their paths intertwine somehow. And it seems really cool. The cover is really cool. This blue is really pretty. The gold is cool on here. I was gonna try to take this Good Morning America sticker off of here, but I figured I'd leave it alone so I don't mess the book up. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to this one. I don't see this happening this year. Maybe beginning of next year. Maybe it'll definitely be at the top of the list for next year. But we'll see when I get to it. There's so many other things that I need to read. And we also got some Stephanie Garber praise back here on the back of the book. Which Stephanie Garber is like one of my faves. Caraval, that was a great series. Once Upon a Broken Heart, also a great series. You also have JL back here, whose books I have up here but have not read. Victoria Aveyard, who wrote The Red Queen, which I don't know if I've talked to you about The Red Queen before, but that's the series that got me back into reading fantasy. And that series is just great. Like, all 4 books are great. I hated the way, like, it ended a little bit, kind of, sort of, but overall, it's a great series. I highly recommend The Red Queen series. As for her other series, we're not going to talk about it. But, yeah, so eventually we will get to Air, but this was like oh, my favorite author read this book, I'm going to also read this book type of thing. And the last book I have, which I just realized has a rip down here in the corner, which I didn't know, is What the River Knows. And this is about a young woman, I believe her name is Inez, and her parents travel the world, but they don't take her, and then her parents end up dying. And she goes to Cairo to meet with a pathologist. No, not a pathologist. An archaeologist, I believe. He's an archaeologist. A mysterious garden. She inherits a massive force in the mysterious guardian, an archaeologist. And she goes to Cairo to meet him. And then she finds out that her parents like were into some other stuff, and their disappearance or death. There's a lot more to it. That door is so loud out there. There's a lot more to her parents' disappearance than she originally thought. So this just seems good. We have approval from Kay on this book. I believe that she told me that this was great, and she has not steered me wrong before. So we're definitely gonna get into this. I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna do this in book club since she's already read it, but we'll see. When, like I said, we'll see when I get to it. I definitely want to read it, but it just depends. The timing has to be right. I have to be in the right mood for this book. So we will see. All right, well, that's the end of my little book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you saw something that you are interested in. Hopefully me giving you a little bit more information about these books is helpful in you deciding if you want to read them or not. I realized that I might have to start reading these summaries just for y'all so that I can give y'all some more information about the books. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you're currently reading right now. And I'll see you next time. Bye.